Hallo und willkommen. Ich bin Meister Lenz and you're watching Get Germanized. Crystal Wings is here with me and Shari today as well, because we're taking a little forest walk with a twist and talk about Germany versus USA. Let's go.
I am bored. What should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
Well, yeah, as you were able to see, we got Shari cam activated today. I'm not sure how well it will work. It's the first time I'm actually using it in a video. So sorry if it's a bit shaky or whatever. You can just listen to our voices, our soothing voices. But yeah, we're going to walk through the forest and talk about Germany versus USA like the last times. Let's get ready to ramble, I would say, and let's get started. Okay, so last time we talked about differences between cities. You come from San Diego. I come from, well, a village in Germany.
Yes.
So it's very different settings.
Very much.
But still interesting to talk about, I guess, because many people associate Germany with only Bavaria and the south, but
Yeah.
I come from the north, so I got a unique perspective on, well, I don't want to sound cocky, but what Germany's really like in comparison to those stereotypes, I suppose.
Right.
And you can give me the American perspective on it. Maybe let's talk about what you thought of Germany before you came here. How is reality different from what you thought Germany would be like?
Well, I've seen pictures of, like, you know, acquaintances back in the day who visited Germany, and I liked the architecture, so I knew that I was going to see some really cool architecture before I visited, and I did, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But I didn't really realize how much nature there would be, like how many trees, how green the landscapes are. It's very beautiful. So that was definitely new for me. But I think it's a stereotype that most of Germany is very mountainous, and that's not always true. Like, obviously it depends on where you are. I imagine that's more South Germany.
I mean, we do have mountains in other parts of Germany, like the Brocken region,
Yeah.
in the Harz.
Oh,
Or
right.
the Brocken is a mountain in the Harz region of Germany. I think you would enjoy that.
Yeah.
We climbed up that mountain, not climbed, but hiked
Yeah.
up that mountain at some point. There's even videos, I think, on Get Germanized about it.
Yeah.
Whew, that climb over there, just now talking and climbing that. Whew, I'm totally out of shape, apparently, when it comes to cardio. But
That's the first rule in Zombieland.
yeah, don't
The
cardio.
first and second rule.
Cardio. But yeah, the Brocken, I think you would enjoy to climb up. It took us roughly a whole day to climb up and down again.
Oh, wow.
And we arrived at like 2 a.m. or something
Oh
in,
my
the
God.
in the dark.
Wow.
So
What a day.
yeah, and Shari was there as well. So
Did you guys just, you know, snack all day?
yeah, basically we ate little snacks and we brought lunch. That's what you do usually, like breads or sandwiches, I guess you call
Yeah.
it. Bread with cold cuts and stuff like that on it.
Sandwiches.
Yeah. So the nature you thought was different?
Not that it was different, but it was
Flatter.
Yes, but also I didn't really have any expectations. So whatever I experienced and saw was very new to me, and you know, it basically exceeded any sort of expectations that I did have.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was able to see basically what the land looked like when I was flying, like, you know, just like looking down at the plane, or from the plane.
Did you
So,
see all the fields?
Yes.
Because that is something I associate with the aerial view of Germany. All these fields, very structured in like little squares and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or rectangles.
There were lots of that.
Yeah.
And it was nice coming back to that after 3 years, because the last time I visited was back in 2015. So it was nice to look out the window and see a land that I am familiar with.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I'm back. It was nice.
No, nice. And well, I mean, you didn't have this typical stereotype of Bavarian Germans. Or
Not
did you?
really, because I mean, I've heard some people say that it's, you know, everywhere is like a fairy tale. And in some ways it's true. I mean, even this setting that we're in right now can be considered quite, you know, fantasy-like.
It's a nice forest indeed.
Yeah, but say for instance, I guess a good example would be when we went to Bückeburg.
Oh, the castle. Yeah.
Yes, I want to see eventually a castle that's like very, I guess, medieval in the outside structure part. But Bückeburg was very pretty.
Do you mean like a more traditional kind of castle that they use for defending against invaders and shit like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Not like a fancy castle like we went to?
But it was awesome too because, I mean, that experience was just awesome. It was just very, very beautiful, but it was very different from what I would expect or imagine.
Yeah. I mean, you would probably expect more a castle that looks a bit like the Disney castle.
Yeah.
Or do you?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, like either more medieval or more fantasy, like
Oh yeah.
Disneyland kind of.
Well, if you want Disneyland, definitely Schloss Neuschwanstein.
Yeah, everyone
the
knows
one
Neuschwanstein.
everyone wants to go to. I think, though, personally, Hohenzollern, Schloss Hohenzollern is super beautiful as well. I've never been personally, but I would really like to go. It's very beautiful as well. It lies within this massive forest and just looks beautiful. I'll show you pictures, guys, while we talk about this. Hopefully I won't forget. But it's just really magnificent, and it looks nice in every season, basically.
That's so cool.
Has nice foliage all around it in autumn, obviously.
Yeah,
and
most of
snow in winter.
Yeah, for me, most of this trip is revisiting and reconnecting with friends and such. So I'm not doing a whole lot of venturing out into, you know, South Germany or any of the more mountainous regions. But I think that would be fun to do sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Especially when it doesn't get too dark too quickly.
Yeah.
Because that's just a thing I didn't take into account.
Yeah, it gets dark at like 4:30 or something like that, or 5.
4:30. It's really, really soon.
Like PM, yeah.
But I think sometime in the summertime would be really nice.
Yeah, then sometimes it stays light until 11. I mean 10:30 PM probably, something like that. Don't remember the exact time, but around those numbers.
That's insane.
Yeah. Damn. Haven't been here in a while in this forest. It's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Do you have forests like that? I mean, probably not in California. Actually, let's go that way, sorry.
Not in San Diego. San Diego more so has like desert kind of. I mean, San Diego is a desert.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I was thinking about.
yeah,
So, but
when you
other states have it, right?
Yes, but there's also the. I've never been here before, but I think it's called the Angeles, or just Los Angeles National Forest or whatever. And that's not too far from where I live. I guess it's like 2.5 hours or so.
Yeah.
But that's definitely an option to go camping and hiking and such.
Nice.
I think there's a lake there too, but yeah, I've never been there, but whenever I pass by it on the freeway, it seems really, you know, nice and green. So that's probably has a different kind of setting or environment than what I'm usually used to in San Diego, because when I go hiking in San Diego, it's very dusty.
Yeah, of course.
It's very tan or beige, very brown, because it's very much the same color.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like where we're at right now, where there's trees and it's very lush.
And it's not as easy to go to a different kind of terrain in the US as it is here in Germany, right? Because I guess the longest trip you would have to kind of make from here would be to Bavaria, which is like, I don't know, 9 to 11 hours away.
Yeah.
But if you drive that long in the US, you might not even have reached the end of the state in some states, right?
Yes, but for us, like if you were to go from Southern California all the way to Northern California, the north is very different. It's not like a desert climate over there. It's very, I mean, it's still kind of dry and hot and sunny, but it's a lot more green.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for saying this because I rock climb and stuff, and I love hiking and whatever, but I've never been to Yosemite.
Okay.
But Yosemite is apparently very, very beautiful and very big, and you can go rock climbing there and hiking, and there are waterfalls, and it's just very lush.
Is that where Yogi Bear lives?
I think so. I should know, but I think so.
We had that show on TV in Germany back in the day, dubbed in German, or was it even with dub? Like, did they talk? I don't remember.
Smokey Bear talks.
Yeah, Smokey Bear. So you call him Smokey Bear, not Yogi Bear?
Oh, Yogi Bear. Sorry. Yes, I'm getting confused.
Yogi Bear was the one with the green hat, I think.
Yes. Smokey Bear is the dude who tells you that only you can prevent forest fires.
Is that true? Only you?
He scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. That was really, really scary.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. So, like, you're talking again about these fires in the US at the moment, in Malibu and stuff. It's crazy shit. I might have, like, the sad thing would be if that was just started by someone, by like a cigarette or something like that.
Yeah.
How sad would that be?
Super unfortunate.
Oh, there's forest work going on over there.
Yeah, I hear that.
Might be cutting down trees.
No.
Oh shit. That's actually where we wanted to go.
Should we
Turn
not
back?
go there or just start to turn back now?
Well, we can check it out and see if there's room to go there or not.
Sure.
Um,
Do we go in a circle or?
we will go in a circle in a second.
Oh, okay.
We'll go to the left and then circle back. This forest is not super big, but pretty big. Like if you want to explore it on foot.
It seems quite large, this forest.
It's not too small, but it's like nothing anyone would know about, so I'm not telling the name, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other expectations? You said you don't really, or didn't really have any expectations of Germany.
Yeah, the first time I decided to head over, it was again like this trip. It was mostly to see friends, and anything that I saw in any cities or landscapes that I saw it would be an organic experience. I wouldn't really like go out to seek them, seek them out. It's
Hello.
just hello. Come on, Shari. And basically wherever my friends and I go and whatever we see it'll be great because I would be experiencing it with a friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a whole lot of expectations. Just like I said earlier, I guess I was expecting like more mountains.
Like I said, we do have mountains for sure. I mean, also in the south, Shari is picking up some scent.
Oh,
or maybe she wants to pee there, I don't know.
Yeah.
One of those things. We do have mountain areas definitely in Germany. Like the most famous one is the Black Forest, I guess. That would probably have some mountainous regions in there. I've never been, so I don't know for sure, but I think so. Geography, not my best class in school. But the Alps, obviously, in the far south of Germany.
Yeah.
But I noticed as well when I was taking the train, or the bus actually, to southern Germany, that a lot of Germany looks the same, alongside the Autobahn especially, I guess. Like very flat, only sometimes you see a change, because to see those changes, I mean, some Germans will disagree with me and say, oh, that's not true, there's forests and you drive through everything, it's really nice. And yeah, it happens sometimes, but also I noticed that Germany looks the same a lot of the time as well.
Oh yeah.
It's not like we have a desert somewhere or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very subtle, the changes in comparison to the US, I suppose, where you can go from a desert to what's it called?
The ocean
or the Rockies or something like that.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. You guys have a lot of different terrain.
Yeah. But within San Diego, I could kind of say the same, just because, again, it's mostly a desert region, but we also have lots of beaches. So...
Lots of beaches.
like, most of the beaches look pretty similar. I mean, I guess La Jolla is the only place that looks, like, the most beautiful, at least to me.
Yeah.
Come on, Shari.
What is La Jolla again, exactly? The beach?
La Jolla.
Is it near Mexico on the border there? I guess all of San Diego is.
Yeah, San Diego's like super close.
Yeah. You can even see the wall, right? Not the wall, the border. Not the the wall wasn't built yet.
Well, oh my God.
Sorry.
Well, from where I live,
Yeah.
it's probably like only a 35 to 40 minute drive to the border.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty close.
But still a little bit away.
Yeah.
It's like from here. Oh well, I won't say that. But driving where we drove,
Yes, exactly.
something like that.
But basically, La Jolla is about 25 minutes from. It's north of where I live, and it's there's a beach there, so it's right next to the coastline, and it's just I think it's the most beautiful because there are lots of how do you say tide pools, and lots of little pockets
Yeah.
that you can basically go visit near the coast, and just the scenery is really pretty. I mean, a lot of really rich people live there.
Okay.
But it's just nice to go up there, get a coffee, and hang out and watch the sunset. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, let's do that next time I come there.
Yeah.
Or the first time I come there.
I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only ventured out to the US once, to Atlanta. I mean, there's a whole video series on my channel about that. If you type in Get Germanized in USA, you should be able to find it. To the people out there that are listening. And I enjoyed myself a great deal, but I think I am more like we talked about this before, the traveler that enjoys time with friends.
Yes.
And the people that I met during my time in the US that I didn't even know before, some of them,
Yeah.
they just made my trip because they were so nice and caring and took me
That's
out. They picked me up with their car and drove me places. So that was really cool to see that kind of hospitality
Yeah, absolutely.
for a total stranger. I mean, to be honest, some of them knew my videos already, so
Come on, Shari.
I wasn't a total stranger to them.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just really nice, a nice experience. Oh,
Yeah.
careful.
I know.
Horse apples on the floor here,
I can see that.
on the ground. Oh, they must have passed through here recently then.
Yeah.
They look fresh. I'm a tracker, a German tracker.
Yeah.
A German trekker would be a German tractor. I'm a German tractor. Let's go. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the Schwarzwald and
We should go there next time.
yeah.
I've never been and I would really like to hike in it. We should rent an Airbnb somewhere with some people and just go for like a hiking trip.
Yeah, that'd be great because and the summertime would be perfect for that because
Well, if it's not too hot, I suppose.
yeah.
Because it's still going to be exerting.
Yeah.
Exhausting.
See, because like I only brought my boots with me because I didn't really expect to go on hikes. I mean, that would have been really fun, but I kind of knew that we're kind of, you know, pretty far from the south.
Yeah.
And in order to get there, it'd be like quite expensive and time consuming. So, I mean, there's a lot to think about for my next trip. It's like, well, how long do I want to stay? Because a big part of it, again, is hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, not all of our friends are freelancers like us.
I think you should make sure next time that as many people as possible know that you're coming and when you're coming, and maybe
Yeah.
ask them if they want to take time off for that.
Yeah.
And go on trips during that time within Germany, because that way you can be sure that there's people to hang out with.
Yeah, exactly. I
Because
mean,
now you just have me basically, because,
that's fine.
because the rest is busy.
I mean, you know, my trip to Berlin's gonna be great. When I come back and we hang out with Malina and Sergio
On Monday, yeah.
in Bremen, that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I mean, it's I totally respect that people are busy and such. So, and I also don't expect them to take time off.
Yeah, no, I mean, they can't sometimes.
Yeah, if they can't or they simply just don't want to, that's totally fine.
I guess, I mean, like I said, that's why I said maybe plan a trip next time, because people are more inclined then to take time off if they think we're going to do something that they've never done before, something fun.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. I think next time I'll talk about the Schwarzwald, or have you ever been to Sächsische Schweiz?
Sächsische Schweiz,
Yes.
you mean the Saxony Alps, I guess?
Yes.
Kind of, well, it translates to Switzerland of Saxony or something.
Yes.
I've never been, I don't think, at least.
Yeah.
Maybe I've seen it
Yeah.
while driving, but...
It's like pretty close to Leipzig.
Oh yeah, I've been to Leipzig, so
Yeah.
might have seen it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
see, that's the thing too, is because I'm not too worried about, you know, not being able to see those regions right now, it's totally fine, because again, it has to do with who I know in the area and who lives in the area.
You said you knew someone in Leipzig or not?
I do, but we're not close.
Yeah.
We're very much acquaintances.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know someone, but they don't have a lot of space to take people in.
Yeah.
I mean, if I asked them, they would probably let you stay there, but
Oh, no, that's fine.
that's, no, I don't mind, but I wouldn't be able to come along then to that
Right.
specific place at least.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, like I said in the other video, I prefer to explore with friends.
Yeah.
So that's basically what you get when you stay with someone. I mean, not always, but they're usually available to hang out too. But yeah, I'm not too worried about not being able to see those places because, you know, I get to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we had more people that were interested, we could definitely make a trip out of it.
Sure, and Leipzig is very beautiful, and if you say the surrounding nature is nice, then we could check that out, or the Black Forest region again.
Yeah.
It's very famous. I mean, we do have forests all around though, like forests like this as well.
Yeah.
It's like nothing special necessarily.
Right.
It's just that people from other countries, for some reason, only know about the Black Forest and the Alps
Yeah, exactly.
and Schloss Neuschwanstein, and
Yeah.
maybe the town, what's it called again? Well, the Japanese tourists go.
Düsseldorf?
Well, that too, but it has a castle. A friend of mine lives there.
Oh.
Yeah, good question. I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yes.
Uh,
Sorry.
Yeah, can't think of it, damn it.
That's fine.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
But Germany has a lot of beautiful places, so anywhere we go would
Yeah.
be nice in some sort of way, at least, I think.
I mean, as much as I love being out in nature, I also like exploring
Cities.
cities. Yeah, so like, I've been to Osnabrück before. Come on, Shari. I'm tripping over her. But when we went last night, it was really cool because we got to see places that we both have never seen, but also that I've never seen or that I haven't seen the last time I was here.
Yeah,
So it was nice to kind of get more of a feel for the city.
of course.
It's just, I don't know, I find it really
But
fun.
you didn't like Tokyo. What's up with that?
Because there were like tons of people there and they were like bumping into me and but that's just
Too
how
many people, you mean?
Yeah, way too many people. Like there's too many people,
Too many
too
problems.
many advertisements, there's like so much lighting.
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane. it was like, I mean, I don't like Las Vegas for the same reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty, how do you say that? Optical, sensory person. Like I like stimuli that come from
yeah.
the eyes, I guess. Stuff like that. So I didn't mind as much
Yeah.
because that way I wasn't bored at all during our trip.
Yeah.
German cities like that, I mean, don't really exist. They're more spread out and the people don't cram as much, only
Yeah.
with certain events.
Yeah.
Or in certain areas like the Reeperbahn, I guess it could happen. I've never partied there, so I don't know how many people actually go there. And if
Yeah.
it's like a festival where you can barely move,
Oh wow.
not sure.
Yeah.
So festivals wouldn't be for you then either, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't drink, but well, I don't drink and I don't eat meat, and I'm a weirdo.
But you don't have to do these things to enjoy a festival because it's mostly about the music. But
Okay.
I'm also talking about the amount of people that will be there.
Yeah, I mean, I typically don't like to be in crowds.
But you're in Germany, get it? Crowds.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry.
But yeah, I typically don't like to be around like a lot of people. It's just a little too taxing for me. But
I mean, I get anxiety sometimes when it comes to like large crowds. Now I say crowds. Crowds.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really like anxiety for me. It's just more so like it's just uncomfortable. I just don't really like it. Like
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person who, you know, I like to have friends over at my place and play board games and stuff.
I mean, I enjoy that too. Don't get me wrong. I really like it, and we should do that actually.
Yeah.
If we get the chance, maybe on Monday.
If only us two.
If only us two. I mean, we could play this Munchkin board game.
Yeah, we could actually bring that with us if Melina can hang out for a while.
Yeah.
I know Sergio would be able to.
But I think
hopefully.
Melina wanted to show us her place or her area.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
But if she can hang out later, then we could play some games
Yeah,
too.
true. That'd be cool.
But yeah, I'm just that kind of person. I like long walks on the beach. I'm just kidding.
On the beach.
No, I like having really deep conversations with my friends, and that's what makes my time really valuable because I can see, I don't know, a very, very beautiful location, but it's not that great if I don't have, you know, a good friend with me or something. It's just... Talking about the deep conversations, we had pretty good ones off-line, basically. Yes.
With former relationships and stuff like that. It was interesting for
Yeah.
sure because well, you're quite knowledgeable. You are in a relationship for what, 8-9 years or something?
Yeah, it's been 8 years. It's been great.
German versus US relationships would be interesting maybe for people to hear about.
Yeah, I was just asking you earlier what the hookup culture is like here.
Oh, the hookup culture,
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't partake in that, but I feel like a lot of people in California or in the States in general, like hooking up is basically part of the norm.
In my life, I have only hooked up maybe, I didn't count obviously, but definitely less than 5 times.
Yeah.
In my entire 32 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not the type for it. I don't like it as much because for me, physical contact and stuff like that doesn't feel as fulfilling and good when there's no emotional connection with it, no chemistry.
Oh,
if
of
it's
course.
just, oh, you're so hot, oh, I think you're hot too, and then we bam it out or whatever. That's not me.
Yeah.
I don't never have been. I mean, there are people 100% sure that exist that really enjoy that and only like that. But we also talked about what the reasoning behind that might be. For some people it might just be because they don't want the hassle of an emotional connection with someone, but for others it might also just be of issues, mental issues or something like that.
You never know. I mean, like I've known people that they just...
What did we talk about? Sorry, the word for it was binding and connection. No, what was it? Damn it. I can't think of the name. The being afraid of connections. Abandonment issues and stuff like that.
Oh, abandonment issues, yes.
Maybe.
Probably. I mean, because I know someone...
Shari, come.
Come on, Shari.
She's sniffing.
Yeah. I know someone who...
Oh, and peeing, great.
All
You're
right.
welcome, guys. Pee cam. Okay.
But yeah, I've known some people who they sleep around like a lot. Like that's basically all they do, and that's all they talk about, and that's all they look forward to. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in a really good place in your life and you enjoy doing that and you're really comfortable in yourself, that's great. Like, go ahead, be safe, do you.
Yeah, exactly.
But these people, I knew them personally, and I knew that they weren't happy with themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like sometimes it's a very common theme, and it's really sad because they don't feel secure in the decisions that they make, the job that they have, how they look, just who they are in general.
And they constantly probably need this validation from other people through maybe sex.
Yeah.
Or just getting this attention from people so that they don't feel as shit about themselves for a while at least, because I don't think that's like a good permanent solution to it.
Yes, but there's so much more to a person than just sex and their physicality, because...
But what if you're scared of that? What if you think, oh shit, when I engage in that kind of relationship with someone, I might get hurt, or I might, I don't know, mess them up in return.
You mean like just the emotional aspect of hooking up, or?
No, not hooking up, but that's why they only hook up, because going
gotcha.
any further than that might scare them too much.
Yeah.
I mean, that exists for sure, but
Yeah.
what do you think?
I mean, you know, there's that meme of like guys not calling back and stuff. And then, you know, in the same meme, it's like the woman gets hurt because they had a really good time with this person, and they want to see them again, but the guy didn't call her back, so I guess it's over. And, you know, I think there's some truth to, like, some people use sex to get love, and then other people use love to get sex.
Oh yeah.
So it's just really sad how people knowingly or unknowingly hurt each other.
Yeah, because I think it wouldn't be bad, like this hooking up, if you tell someone, look, this is just fun, I just want to hook up.
Exactly.
But if you just let it go and you don't even know what the other person really wants, then you just end up hurting them in the end because you didn't even talk about it.
Exactly. Good communication, it's such a trite thing to say.
Yeah.
Everybody says it, but it's so true that good communication is like the most important thing. Shari.
Shari, come. Ew, Shari, that was disgusting.
What are you doing? Oh my God, you are all over the place.
You know what she did?
Was she just eating poop?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Shari, you're disgusting, seriously.
What is wrong with you?
Holy shit.
I have, my friend's dog is like that too. We have him over for games, and the dog just goes immediately to our litter box.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Shari, that is rank.
Thanks Shari for that little intermission there.
Yeah, sorry. But
yes, good communication.
yeah, great.
It's just so important. It you know, there's nothing wrong with being open.
No,
there's
definitely
nothing wrong
not.
with being like emotionally open either. Like,
Yeah,
that's
if you
absolutely not a sign of weakness.
No, definitely not.
Instead, I think it's a sign of strength, because you're not afraid of showing people how you feel and like,
Yeah.
you know, what you're trying to do. It's like, okay, look, I'm only here to hook up, like I hope, you know, I don't want to hurt you,
Yeah.
etc., etc. So as long as you're clear about it, you know,
I agree.
it should be fine.
The thing is that maybe there's still this stigma that girls and guys feel about just wanting to hook up, and so they don't really talk about it because they feel ashamed or whatever. But I'm not sure, but I just think that you have to get over that, if it's that for you, or whatever is keeping you from communicating with someone in a way that both know what's what.
Yes.
Because you can do whatever you want. You can be in an open relationship, you can be monogamous, you can be whatever there is,
Yes.
as long as everybody involved knows and agrees.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
like, I wouldn't have a problem with someone just hooking up with me, as long as I know, so that I don't let myself fall into this emotional connection.
Yes.
Because for me, I rarely ever get that with someone. It's very rare.
Yes.
And when it happens, it's very strong.
Yes.
And I just get fucked up badly if that just gets broken for no reason.
Yeah.
That's my life experience so far, at least.
Yeah.
So communication for me is just kind of a self-preserving mechanism as well. And if someone doesn't engage in that, it's really dangerous.
Well, that's why people say that you should love yourself first.
Yeah, for sure.
Before you start to love it or get engaged with other people. Not engaged, but, you know, building connections with
Yeah.
other people, because, you know, you don't want to be codependent. Like, codependency doesn't just hurt the person who's codependent, you know.
Exactly.
It affects the other person, or whoever this person's being codependent with. And so this is going to sound like, you know, oh, I'm encouraging people to have their guard up. I guess you could put it that way, but it's important to always look out for yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Be careful.
Yeah.
And it's not like, I'm not sure if you meant that, but that I am codependent in a relationship necessarily.
No, not you, yeah.
But I agree that that can be very dangerous, because then as soon as that connection to that other person goes, you're just destroyed.
Exactly.
Because you don't even have your own personality at some point anymore.
Exactly.
And that is super dangerous and unhealthy.
Absolutely.
And I understand that some people wouldn't want that, but if let's say it's a normal, healthy person that is confident in themselves and happy with themselves, but then finds this other person that he or she is really in love with, and well, then that just breaks. I mean, that can still put a toll on someone, I think.
Oh, of course.
It doesn't have to be a codependent relationship or anything.
Absolutely not. I mean, you know, it hurts when you put a lot of time and effort into being with someone and flourishing the relationship, and then sometimes it just feels like all of that is for nothing.
Yeah, basically it's a waste of time, and you only have so much time in your life, and you could have used that time to either work on a skill that you want to improve or in another relationship with someone else. And just throwing something like that out of the window is just a huge insult to at least one of the people.
Yeah, and that goes with you know, trying to help someone through their mental or emotional health. You know, I think from my experience, like, you can definitely be with someone who is going through issues like that, but it's also true that, you know, people only have so much time. And their time is valuable, just like your time is valuable. So
exactly, if you don't respect someone else's time, you don't respect them at all. That's what I'm thinking, at least.
But the thing with people who have emotional or mental issues, sometimes they don't know that they're doing that. So that's when it becomes really difficult. But the person who is, you know, trying to help their partner out through that tough time, you know, they can only do what they can. It's really up to their partner to take the step and try to help themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know that I have experienced similar things in my life where I try to help people, but it doesn't work if they don't want to help themselves. So if they think everything is like fine with them and they just want to live their lives their way, and then you can't do anything. It's just impossible.
Oh, absolutely. And I understand it's hard, but like, people who try to help others that are trying to, you know, be happy and be positive and such, but they can't, you know, they're not responsible for, you know, not being able to help them or something. You know, you tried as much as you could, and but it's never your decision to basically pull the trigger and be like, okay, that person is going to get help, because that's only something that they can do. Yeah, exactly. And I'm also speaking not from personal experience, I mean a little bit, but mostly because I have friends who are going through this right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and it's really hard to witness that. I mean, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but...
No, you don't have to name names or anything.
No, absolutely not, but it's more so like, my friend only has so much time in his day.
Yeah.
And he's got work to do, and he's got important stuff to do in his own life, and he cannot always be there for someone, you know?
Yeah, because it takes a lot of time out of your day to focus your mental and emotional energy on someone else's life all the time.
And that doesn't mean that my friend doesn't love his partner.
Yeah, of course not.
If he can't have time, it simply means he doesn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Because he needs to, you know, go to work or something, for instance. But yeah, I think a lot of people understandably can get hurt in all kinds of relationships. It doesn't matter if it's like a long-term relationship or, you know, if you're just hooking up with someone. Yeah, or a relationship with someone healthy or unstable or whatever. Yeah, it's, you know, when you make a intimate connection with someone, even just a friendship, you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Exactly. And so it hurts when people betray that. Kind of break that trust. Yeah. Or they, you know, or when you feel like there's nothing you can do to, you know, improve the situation. Yeah. But it's also very important, of course, to keep your head up and, you know, if you go through life saying, you know, everything is a learning experience and nothing is a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yes.
Back in the day, I would have probably not agreed with you. I
Yeah.
would have said like, oh, what I went through is so terrible. I would have rather just skipped all of it. But in the
Yeah.
end, it made me a stronger person.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Because it's important to be secure in yourself and be like, you know, just like be self-aware that, you know, I've made some mistakes in my life. Everyone makes mistakes.
Everyone does.
And nothing is a waste of time if you learn from your experience.
And
Because
the thing is also, like, everyone makes mistakes and everyone knows that. So here comes the communication aspect again. If someone is, like, I'm not a person to hold grudges forever, right? I had a friend that really betrayed my trust back in the day.
okay.
And we didn't speak for the longest time.
Oh no.
But if he was to really honestly apologize to me,
Yes.
and really mean it as well, not just apologize because either someone told him that that's a good idea, or he feels like, oh shit, such a hassle, I have to apologize now.
Yeah.
But if he really honestly feels it and means it and is sorry about what happened,
Yeah.
and maybe wants to patch things up and stuff like that, then I'm not someone that turns people away.
Yeah.
Like, I will listen to them. And yeah, I don't know, because friendships and relationships existed because you liked that person at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
And so long as, I don't think anyone is really a lost cause that way, because I made mistakes before and I'm sorry.
Of course, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah. So it's only human, I guess, but it's also part of being human too, being able to apologize for your mistakes and make up for them.
Yeah.
But some people are so scared of that, I think, to really apologize.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Oh, definitely. I think they're, you know, it's natural to be afraid of, like, you know, what's gonna happen to, you know, your certain connection with someone.
Yeah, or I think it's also about how how you portray yourself, or how they see you. Maybe the image of yourself in their eyes is too important to you.
Yeah.
You don't want to appear weak or whatever, but it's not a weakness to apologize. It's the opposite.
No.
It
When
takes
you
some mental strength.
apologize, when you apologize, you're taking responsibility
Yeah.
for what you did. I mean, given that, like, say for instance, this person cares about, you know, being friends with you still.
Yeah. I don't know, actually. He hasn't talked to me in ages.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And
let's
I
say-
didn't, but
Let's say the example of, I don't know, things are really, how do you say, uptight and uncertain
Yeah.
about my friendship with someone. Let's say they fucked up or I fucked up. Sorry for the swearing.
that's all right.
You know, it takes one of them to come up to the other and apologize for it. But, you know, if everything's okay, it's like, okay, well, everything's all right.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing to worry about. But people definitely make mistakes, and it's fine. It's fine if, like, you acknowledge that, and it's not helpful to keep thinking about the mistake that they made.
Exactly, because you will just get into this mental circle.
Yeah.
I've been there before. I think many people have, where you just overthink and obsess about certain details.
Yeah, and that comes from anxiety.
Yeah.
You're not focusing on what's in front of you or what's actually happening. You're focusing on the thing that happened
Yeah.
or might happen, and it's just totally not helpful.
No, not everyone can live in the moment, though. It's like something you have to train.
Yeah,
practice.
absolutely. That's definitely something that I grew up learning, and it's been helping me a lot.
And talking, like, I mean, when I say live in the moment, I don't mean don't give a shit about what's happening,
Oh, or
what the
might
consequences
happen.
are.
Yeah.
But don't obsess too much about negative emotions from the past, maybe, or even unnecessary negative emotions.
What really helps is to really ask yourself, what is a thing, or what are the things that I can control?
Yeah.
Because if there's a thing or multiple things that you cannot control, then you probably shouldn't worry about them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what can you control? You can control how you act towards other people. Are you like a constant asshole to people, or are you trying to help people and engage in positive conversations and positive
Right.
actions? Are you choosing to go binge drinking every weekend and partying the night away, or are you actually building deep connections with someone? I think it all depends on what you choose to do in the end, to make out of your life.
Yeah,
there's so many options, and it's easy to choose a wrong path, but that doesn't mean that you can never be on the right one again.
Yeah, you know, being an adult and being grown up, it doesn't stop ever.
Yeah, learning is constant.
Yeah, learning is constant. You know, I could be in my 60s and find a new hobby.
Exactly.
and find something new about myself, and oh, it's just amazing because you're never gonna stop learning about yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just a very exciting thought, and it's good to keep growing. Like if you're open to new experiences and you're humble, like humility is so big, because if you're stubborn, you know, it makes it really hard for you to accept change.
Yeah.
And sometimes accept that maybe you're at fault. But if you're humble, you're understanding that, you know, okay, well, maybe you're doing something wrong, or how can you change something?
Yeah.
You're willing to look inward. So.
And I definitely had to learn that as well. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to end the video on. It's like 46 minutes long.
Yeah,
sorry for the long rant, guys, but
it's a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And if you want more of these videos, let us know, or let me know. Crystal's not going to be here for much longer, but we're trying to film as many videos as possible for you while she's here.
Yeah.
And she'll be back at some point. So if you have any video wishes, or when I'm in San Diego, what I should film there with her, let us know. And well, apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.